There seems to be a lot of gray area with the issue of being an ally. Yeah, hi, extremely privileged white male here, and I'm here to teach you how to be a better ally. Tip number 1. Remember that it's not about you. I think it's always way easier to default to thinking or talking about yourself. I feel like that's a ubiquitous human thing. However, when it comes to issues of inequality and you're part of a privileged group, think about why that's kind of messed up. Tip number 2, while it is okay for people to say positive things about you being an ally for someone else, you shouldn't get bonus points for being a decent human being. It's a pretty common thing when someone of a privileged group does something rad for someone of an oppressed group, which is a rad and dope thing, awesome, totally encourage it, but then that person of the privileged group gets raised up like he's some kind of hero, and that's just not always cool. I don't get extra points for going through my life not murdering people, so in the same way, I shouldn't get extra points for treating women like they're people, right? That's just a basic decency thing. Tip number 3, and what is possibly the most important step, listen, because that's your role here. When discussing issues of inequality, when discussing issues of injustice, as someone who is privileged, you don't really get to have a say in directing the conversation and where it goes. A very big part about learning what privilege is opening your mind up to different possibilities. It's listening to the differences between your experience and somebody else's experience. It's listening. I'm not saying that a man has no right to participate in a conversation about gender inequality. Of course, a man has a right to participate in that conversation. I am saying that as a member of the privileged group, the man doesn't really get to dictate where the conversation goes. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of listening. What is being an ally for someone? It's being their teammate. It's being their backup. It's letting them lead the charge and following them every step of the way, being their teammate and raising them up when they need it. That's what being an ally is. Because when it comes to issues involving LGBT rights, racism, sexism, this is all of our fight. Because we're all living on this planet, and we all stand to benefit from a world where everybody has an equal chance. All of us do. And this is where I would like to bring in the He for She campaign, started by Emma Watson after her incredible speech at the UN, incredibly heartfelt, brought me to tears personally, in which she invited people, she invited men, to participate in the discussion and to be an ally and to help out where they can see fit. I like to think that I've lent my voice here and there about this kind of stuff, and I would like to continue doing this. But here's a specific thing that we can do, that we can pledge, that we can share, we can talk about it. Raising women up does not bring men down. A strong woman does not threaten your manhood. All it does is it gives us all an equal chance. It makes us all stronger. I am absolutely, unapologetically, 100% a feminist. And that label, that word, carries a lot of baggage with it. And it's caused me a fair bit of backlash when I've talked about it in the past. But all that does for me is motivate me. It proves why we need to talk about it, why we need to keep having these conversations, and why it is an incredibly important thing. So yeah, if you're interested in He for She, there's information down in the description. I think it's incredibly important because I think we need a lot more effective allies in this discussion, in these conversations, for sure. If you want to add anything more to the conversation, if you want to let me know more ways that people can be better allies, I will definitely be listening and definitely be reading up on that because I'm trying to be the best that I can be in whatever thing that I do. But yeah, as always, I'm Connor Manning. You just become a little more awesome, and I will see you guys on Friday. Sweating a little bit after that one. Apparently I was feeling it. If you guys don't know, I make videos every Monday and Friday, so definitely know that. If you didn't know that, now you do know that. Yeah.